Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to show you different kinds of hairstyles that I picked up at the Vancouver Fashion Week. I was very privileged to work with amazing hairstylists and makeup artists who shared their tips and tricks on how to create a fun, flirty and very feminine look for spring and summer. I'm going to show you some of those hairstyles right now. So the first thing that I like to do every 2 days, I am using dry shampoo for the roots of my hair, and I know that lots of people don't like that there's a little bit of a white grayish residue that comes from the powder that you spray on, but there are also some tinted dry shampoos, and I picked this up at the drugstore. This is by Beauties and it has a hint of color and you can't tell, so you want to shake it heavily before using it and then really just stretch out the complete length of your arm. Don't keep it too close. This is how, you know, residue can accumulate as well. And then you just want to spray it onto your parts, and you can always take a new part like this, spray it on, keep it in for a little bit, and then you can either work it in with your hands, you can brush through, and it really helps you to get a little bit of texture to your hair. For me, it's a lot easier to style my hair because I have very, very thin hair, and it just gives you more body and more volume and makes you feel and look a lot more fresh. So now, since our hair is all prepped, we can move on to the first look. So for the fish braid, you can either have a very strong or a more loose ponytail that is off to the side, and you of course need a little bit of a length to work with in the beginning, because otherwise you can't really tell the detail. And then what you want to do is you just split your hair in half like this, and then you start taking parts from one strand and putting it to the other one. So now I'm taking a little bit of hair from here and I'm taking it to this part. So now you want to make sure to not grab the same part that you just brought to one side, to not bring it back, so you can just grab one from behind and add it on. So this is what I like to do. I like to always take one from behind, move it to the front, take one from behind and move it to the front. And then what you will get is a beautiful fishbone looking style that is just a little bit more creative than the good old braid, but it takes a little bit of practice until you figure out how it will look like. And I just keep working on this one, and then I show you how it looks in the end. And then once you've reached the end, you just want to put on any kind of elastic, and then you can just pull out the hair strands to make it look a little bit more messy, a little bit more fun. And then you can just pin the rest of the hair. You can keep it open like that, like whatever you want. I usually like to twist mine a bit, but keep it loose in general, and then you have a very fun, very creative little fishtail. So for hairstyle number 2, what you want to do is sectioning off your hair with a very deep part on whatever side you prefer. And then you want to just secure this upper part with some bobby pins so that none of this hair is going to interfere with what you do in the back. This is called the braided crown. I will show you 2 different ways on how to get this look. The good thing about all these hairstyles is that, again, just as in makeup, these are just guidelines. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it is just meant to be a lot of fun. So I'm starting off by braiding these parts. So I'm having my right strand, I'm putting it underneath the middle one, and then the left underneath the right one to start creating my braid. I usually go 1 or twice, just like so. And now I'm taking part of my front, and then I'm just using that within my braid, and then here I'm taking a little bit of my back hair so that it will be secured and you can see it better, and then it kind of becomes the typical French braid but just inverted. And then once I'm coming to the end, all I want to do is just take my braid, take it around, secure it with some bobby pins, and then I'm taking the back strand that I had done in the first place. I think I'm going to use it here, and then you just want to secure it with some bobby pins. I like to kind of go into the braid and then to the rest of my hair to really secure it. And then what you can do, this is optional, I mean this looks almost like Oktoberfest, but what you can do is you can just pull the strand a little bit apart, making it look a little bit more effortless. I need this. And this is one of 2 ways to how to create the perfect braided crown. So for the second braided crown, all you want to do is sectioning off your hair in the middle, and then you just grab a little bit of hair at the end. Over here I already braided it down, and then what you want to do is bring it forward to your forehead. So now if you were just going to, you know, take it like this, you might create a little bit of a bump here. So what I like to do is I like to use the back of my brush, placing it into the middle, pushing it downward, and then taking it to the side. That will minimize the bump a lot, and then from here you can either put it right onto your forehead or a little bit further up. Because my forehead is not that big, I think I'm going to take it further up. You secure it with some bobby pins, you do the same thing on the other side, and then from there we are just going to finish it off. And for the last hairstyle, I again have the middle part, and now I'm taking 2 hair strands, one from the very front and one just behind, and what you want to do is to cross first. So I'm taking the first part, I'm crossing over, and now from here I'm having this part now which is in the front, and I'm taking another part from my scalp from the very front, and I'm adding it to the strand, and I'm crossing again. So you can keep this very tight and then loosen it up at the end. And this is just what you want to do. You just want to always add a little bit of hair from the front part and you just twist it around, and this is basically just an easy alternative to the French braid that we had done earlier. And then you can just twirl it around as often as you would like to. You can go all the way to the back and then connect it. I usually stop here and I just puff it up a little bit to give it a little bit more body overall, and then you can just secure it with a pin, and there you have it. It's super easy. It's great to just add to your everyday look if you just keep your hair open. You can do it on both sides and you can just be totally creative with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope you would try it out and let me know what you thought about it. So until next time, I see you guys soon. Bye.